Livinpink here for CyberActiv with coL.Qxc.
Hi.
Awesome. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing okay. It's Sunday. I lost last night. I was a little upset, but I'm okay now. It's good.
How did your run go in the tournament?
I did okay. I didn't play as well as I had hoped. And I would have liked to have gotten another set against a Korean because I felt like I was playing. I think I could have played a lot better. I felt like I was playing kind of progressively better as the tournament was going on. Little mental slip up last night. I lost, but hopefully I learned some things that I'll carry on to the next event.
Talking about events, now I recall that you were at the MLG Arena and you did some analysis. Not the last one, but some before. How was that?
It's interesting. It's a nice change of pace, but it's not something I'd like to keep doing in general. I like competing a lot more. I find it a lot more interesting and engaging, and analysis and stuff. It's okay, but it's not something I want to stick with.
I see, makes sense. But you do a lot of analysis, like written. Like I saw your recently on Reddit your post about Ravens. Then they were bad, and then they were good. So what's up with Ravens, man?
I do like to do a lot of analysis. I take a lot of notes. I have stacks of paper kind of all around my bed and my computer. Every once in a while I feel motivated enough to write a blog post about something that I feel particularly strongly about. And it just so happened that I wrote about Ravens right before everyone decided that they were really good and would start winning with them. And then the community was like tweeting at me and making memes and stuff. And I thought that was pretty dumb, so I decided to make a post contradicting everything that I just said.
And now Ravens are good, right?
I mean, they're still bad for most of the reasons that I stated. There might be one or two that were actually invalidated using evidence from the games that were played at IEM, but in general, I still don't like the Raven as a spellcaster because of how long it takes to get, how expensive the infrastructure is to make it, and how much time it takes after the spells are cast before it can be useful again.
Yeah, I agree. We got like 2 PDD and High Templars with like 1,000 storms. Anyway, how did you come up with the username coL.Qxc?
I took a keyboard and I just hit my head with it a couple of times, like 50 or 80 times. And after each time I would look at the screen and see what came out. And I stuck with coL.Qxc, mostly because my head hurt so bad I didn't think I could do it again.
Nice, I like that. So, you joined coL.Complexity. Did you have any teams prior to that?
So before I was on coL.Complexity, I was on FX Open, and before that I was a part of Root Gaming. I joined coL.Complexity last November, I think, and I've been happy with them since then.
You like living at the coL.Complexity house?
Yeah, the practice house is a really good environment. My only regret is that I haven't been able to do it sooner because I think it's very helpful in pursuing a career as a programmer.
Why did you decide to play Terran?
So this actually stems back from Brood War. When I played that, originally I played kind of random race picking. I switched races every once in a while. And when I decided I want to be competitive, I figured I needed to pick a race. And so I wrote down all the matchups and I thought about which ones I could play, which ones I didn't feel comfortable with. And I sensed a disturbing pattern, which was that I was not comfortable in any matchup against Terran. So if you can't beat them, join them. And when I switched to StarCraft 2, I tried switching races for a couple of days and decided I still could not play against Terran and stuck with that.
I see, that's interesting. With Heart of the Swarm coming up, how do you feel about that? Like, when do you stop playing Wings of Liberty and when do you start playing Heart of the Swarm?
It's really very dependent on the tournament schedule. That's what dictates whether we're playing Wings of Liberty or whether we're playing Heart of the Warhound. And we won't really know when to switch until those tournaments start cropping up. I would expect that they'll start in beta and you'll see some people who will switch to Heart of the Swarm full time immediately. And there will be some people who will stick with Wings of Liberty until almost all the major tournaments have switched over.
Do you feel like this new game, well, not new game, but like whole new respecting of everything, do you think it's going to give you an edge or like, I think you're a pretty creative player, so do you think that helps you if a new game comes up and everything is pretty much up in the air?
I don't think things are as set in stone as a lot of people believe them to be now. There's always room for a creative player to innovate and make a splash. Recently, I haven't felt as creative as I have been in the past. If I can find that creativity again, I don't think it's going to matter much what game I'm playing, but certainly new units, different things in Heart of the Warhound will make a big difference in that.
Cool. Little personal question. What would you do if you weren't a StarCraft player? Like, not gaming. Give me something else.
Well, I do have a bachelor's in computer science, so programming is definitely an option. But I really do like competing more than anything else. So I would maybe some kind of other athletic competition. I don't know. Some of those are kind of weird to get into at this age, though. Possibly chess. I'm not really sure, but I don't really like going to an office, and I don't really like doing a job like that. So it's something I'd only know if I was forced to find it, I guess.
When you meet people in the street and they ask you, what do you do? How do they react?
Sometimes I lie. Sometimes I tell them the truth.
That's it? How about your family and friends when you told them, I want to be a pro gamer?
I didn't tell anyone I wanted to do this until I had already done it. It makes things much simpler. Instead of being like, I want to play video games for full time, I'm like, I make $60 an hour coaching. What's up?
Awesome. Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to do, sir?
Just a shout-out to everyone who supported me, all my fans, friends, family. Big thanks to Complexity Gaming. Definitely shout-out to Sasquatch, he's a close friend, a mentor, a scholar, a gentleman. He helped me cross the mountains. He likes to frolic in the pastures. He's an all-around good guy. And just a big thanks to our sponsors, PNY, Sound Blaster, Creative, QPad, and Gamma Gamers for sponsoring our house and making that possible. Please follow me on Twitter. I'm coL.Qxc. Check me out on Twitch TV and Facebook, Team Liquid, everything. Thanks.